Here with us is Scott Schober. He is a cybersecurity expert and the CEO of Berkeley Varitronics Systems. Scott, welcome to Arise America.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And you know, it seems like the scope of this is huge and can be really, really serious. So just take us a step back and tell us about this bug. What is Heartbleed and what's the danger?
Sure. It is very widespread, and they just keep finding more and more in this week as things are unfolding. But it's been around for about 2 years, this actual vulnerability, so it's pretty scary that they're just finding out about it this week now. And really what it is just that. It's a bug. It's an open SSL, which is a secure socket layer, and that's the type of encryption protocol that talks from if you go onto your website and you want to access another site, basically from your browser to a website, and that sits on the server, so that information is secure, or supposedly secure, we believe, and that's where the problem really lies, in that it was not secure, and hackers can exploit that. And what they do is they really can get our passwords, our email, our content of the email, usernames, secure information that we might use to go on our banking sites, or even perhaps other sites trading stocks or things like that. So it's extremely scary, and it affects 2 out of 3 of the servers for all the web traffic. So this is monumental when you think about it.
It really is. I read somewhere that it could affect 2 out of 3 users, that people who actually go on the internet. Is that right?
Absolutely.
That's just incredible.
Staggering.
So this bug, which just been discovered, been around for 2 years, so that means it's just been sitting there collecting information?
Yeah, well, a hacker could potentially go to these servers that are supposedly secure. That's what the whole premise of OpenSSL is. It's to secure the traffic, the encryption on it. But what it allows hackers to do is exploit it, and they could pull off the actual cryptographic keys, the cipher keys, so they could decipher the traffic that you and I and other web users actually are typing in, our passwords, our usernames, other critical information that we perceive as private. So it's really, really scary. It's in essence what's been going on with a lot of the NSA scandals and things like that.
It's really, really crazy. And as I understand it, there's some disagreement about then what we should do now that we know about this.
Yeah, that's a really good point there. One of the most important things is once the sites that actually host this, their servers, when they upgrade the patch, and it's already out there, and many sites have been frantically trying to upgrade it, Yahoo, and of course the FBI sites, and Google, and many others, they've added this open SSL patch, this security patch, so it can't be hacked anymore. It's imperative that we as users go on and update our password. That's one of the most important things, that we do it relatively quickly.
Let me stop you there, Scott, because I read somewhere that some are saying that even if you do change, if we change our password and you go on a site that has not used this patch, then changing the password doesn't help.
Exactly. But most of them, larger sites, it's been done, and they're testing it and have proven it's worked. So that's the critical thing. Right now, update your password. If you've got Yahoo or Gmail accounts especially, it's important.
And are you talking about every password or just email passwords?
Well, email passwords to start, but really the next step is you want to use other passwords to update, because if you go on a banking site, they don't use OpenSSL, but a lot of the way the traffic is routed, it will be susceptible to a server that has that. So again, it's at risk. So it's important really go through your passwords and update them, and don't have any duplicate passwords. Don't use 123 and your son's name for your banking account, as well as your stock account, and your separate passwords for all of them, but hit the biggest ones first that are most critical for privacy information, banking, stocks, anything like that that's important to you. Adjust those passwords immediately.
Okay, so if a viewer maybe doesn't have a Yahoo account or a Gmail account, but has other accounts, can they check to see whether or not that company has applied the patch?
Yeah, there's a lot of sites now that a lot of developers have put up. Since it's an open community, the SSL, you can actually type in what the host and domain name is and see if they have that patch and if it's safe. We did that with our website, the host and domain, and we have an online store, so immediately we went there to make sure the patch was there, it was secure, so we could still have commerce with our customers, which we sell a lot of security instruments, so that's critical.
In talking to your colleagues, the contacts that you have in this world, is there any indication of where this came from, who did this?
Well, it's really just a bug, so it's really an oversight, a flaw. It's an open community that writes this protocol to make sure that there is encryption on the web. And it's amazing how they're actually exploiting it, cyber thieves, to move in and get this information.
I see. So it's sort of like an open door.
Exactly. It's an open door flaw that just nobody discovered. It's pretty amazing that this Google researcher actually discovered this. That in itself is amazing, and how fast they got the patch out there. But we've got 2 years worth of critical privacy and data that's really vulnerable. That's the scary part.
Yeah, that's very, very worrisome. Okay, so before I let you go, I want you to give me just a little bit of consumer advice, and that is for people who are going to go out and change their passwords, give your advice about the type of passwords that they should create.
That's a really good point, Debbie. A long password is critical. Everybody uses short passwords. If it's 6 characters or less, easy to hack. I can go on any internet site and pull down a program, and in less than a minute, I can hack your password.
No.
So it's very, very important. You want to use a long, strong password. Numbers, characters, put an exclamation point, a question mark in there as well. 15 characters or more are what considered very hard to hack passwords. It sounds crazy, but it's true.
No, it makes sense. So no more password as the password.
Exactly.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Scott Schober, thank you so much. Great
Thanks for having me
information.
on. Appreciate it.